Fellas, we have time for just one more segment. And of course, it is time for our Jam of the Week.
Oh, I love this segment. And this is the best segment.
Today, I found myself once again at Bear Creek Sports Bar in Columbia, Tennessee, the same place I first heard John Party's Dirt on My Boots back from the May episode that we did with...
What the fuck were you doing in Columbia?
Well, so when I drive up here, that is exactly where I run out of gas and need to refill, and there's this terrible little bar, but they have Wi-Fi and they'll let me sit there, and Cracker Barrel's across the street, but they're always busy, so I just chill there and work on the show. And I was sitting there, and today there was a guy who was probably his own sort of local legend sitting at the bar, and as the songs were playing, at some point they played More Than a Feeling by Boston, and he goes, "More than a feeling, I'm coming back to karaoke if y'all want to hear me." Just like that. But of course, we've done More Than a Feeling before. But this song came on and I was like, man, I bet there's some good stuff with this one. So of course, you're hearing it now. This is Skid Row from 1989. I Remember You. That's right. Power ballad, baby.
That's a good song.
This song is...
I was looking at Chris being like, he's gonna...
I was 1989. That was a song I took completely seriously. Like, this is a very good song.
Well,
this is one of the best songs and one of the hardest rocking.
Yeah, well, you and 61 million other people took it seriously.
It was before I found out about Fugazi. So like, this is fucking heavy.
This is rock and roll.
This is fucking heavy shit.
These guys wearing makeup.
61 million views, 12,893 comments, and y'all, I found the best.
12,000 comments.
That's right. I sat
Somebody
there.
sees 11,000 and goes, I still need to say this.
Something is left unsaid.
Yeah, someone will get to my comment.
I sat there and read every single one of them. First up,
he did not.
First up, Susan Tyndall Drayton from 2 years ago. This was a fabulous concert at Del Mar Hall, St. Louis. The guy I was seeing fell out drunk, and so I seen this group with his nephew, and he was such a gentleman. I was seeing stars. I will never forget this concert. Thank you, Shane Rippey. You're one fabulous guy. Love you. It's like, oh boy, this dude.
Shane Rippey, Shane's the guy.
Shane is the nephew. So this guy got drunk, and his wife, I guess, took out his nephew. And it sounds like, Shane Rippey might have got lucky with this.
This guy got that drunk before the show.
They had tickets and everything, and he couldn't drive. And Susan's license has been
New Canaan. You can't drive like that.
You can't just do that. So shout out to Shane Rippey. You got one over on your uncle there. That rules.
When he wakes up, he's gonna be mad.
Oh, wait, she said he was a gentleman though.
Yeah, well, hey,
That could mean a couple things.
It could mean he's 5, and they put him in a tuxedo shirt and took him.
Well, she also said, I was seeing stars, and it's like, well, are you talking about the Skid Row concert, or are you talking about Shane Rippey? Dickhead from 3 years ago. Dickhead. You stars should have pictures of me as a kid singing with you. You came to see the baby dancing and singing on the bars for you. I wrote songs with a lot of you. Baby loved the bar. My bar got a lot of you starts. You promised me. Yes, I owned the bar when I was 4 years old. Open my books, I dare you. My office like he left it. My books behind the desk and pictures of me and him on the desk. And the pictures on the wall with the stars before y'all got big. I really am a star that got robbed by everyone, even my own mom. I'll never get any royalties from none of it. You stole from a kid.
That was a Macaulay Culkin?
Yes, it was a movie. It's a Disney movie called Bar Baby, where a baby owns a bar, I guess.
And this guy goes, this story needs to be told. He goes to every video with more than 5 million views and posts that comment.
It's like somehow this baby that owned the bar, and he would dance at the bar, he got taken advantage of. So that's no good. They stole from it's like taking bar money from a baby.
There's
that
so
old
many
saying?
Fucking men that are mad, feel like they got ripped off. Like a whole fucking... Every man in the world feels like they got ripped off. Seriously. And they want to litigate it over and over.
Well, this guy might be in that category. Troy Garango from 2 years ago. First with this song, I managed to seduce a girl. Really the best times at the time. And until now... she's still trying to survive to live with me. Sometimes this song can reconcile our fights. Sometimes not. This is a song for all ages, for both of us. Thanks, Skid Row.
Wait, for all ages for both of us?
I think he means like a song for all time, like
all
for both of us.
Or he's
it's
like, my wife was 15 when I married her. I was 48.
I just love, sometimes this song can reconcile our fights, sometimes not. It's like this lady's just screaming, you don't do shit, you don't work, you don't take out the fucking trash, and it's just, I remember you. That is not going to work.
Clicks play on the boombox.
Yeah, they put it on. He puts it on and remember this. Like, no way,
Not this time, Daryl or
Become
Troy.
immune to my elixir.
Yeah, it's not work. I remember you's not working anymore. We got to figure something else out. Shane Gaffey from 1 year ago. Hello. I just got a bad ride with that shit. Happened right when I hit. What? What was the last thing I punched? I don't remember. But I had a sharp like needle poke in my lower back right above the middle of my right butt cheek. Went up the small of my back like a belt line. It was a poke like a needle poked me. Shit's gotta get handled. You gotta stand by it. I honestly included that just for the phrase, what was the last thing I punched? Because that's amazing.
Sounds like that guy, like he was slowly dying as he got stabbed in the ass. And he goes, he's like, I gotta call 911, but he got delirious and just went over to YouTube, typed his last words in. He's like, someone will find me.
Yeah, well, what it sounds like is this dude be punching everything. And last night he punched something and it fucked his back up. And he's like, I can't do it no more. You should see my bathroom. There's 150 fist-size holes in those walls.
And it's tile.
And now I can't do it anymore. I gotta retire. Put my jersey in the rafters of punching inanimate objects.
So I remember you as the days. This is about his punching.
Yeah. It's about this bygone era where you can no longer punch things.
I bet his family's happy about that.
Yeah.
The late 80s was a good time for punching stuff.
Driving T-birds and punching people.
Yeah.
Out the T-top.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean-
like the cockfighting of 1989. It was the being a fat man of 1989.
Yeah. I had a friend, drunkenly punch a hole in my wall at my apartment, and my dad is a house painter, so it was one of my favorite calls I ever made to my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, how do you patch up like a hole in the wall? And he goes, how big's the hole? I was like, fist-sized? Not me, though. And he was like, oh, yeah, you go get a patch, and told me how to do it.
I punched a lot of stuff back then when I was drunk because there was no, I would have put up a comment like that on YouTube, but there was no YouTube. There was no YouTube, so you just punched a radiator or whatever.
Olga from 3 years ago. I had a dream where I lent money to a young Sebastian Bach, and then he got into his drinking spree and he didn't want to give my money back. I had a very realistic 10-minute long conversation with Sebastian Bach where he kept saying he doesn't remember borrowing money from me, and I had to come to his fucking house and take my money back from him. So look, I don't know. Don't lend money to Sebastian Bach. He gets drunk and never gives it back. That drunk sleaze, he's doing some monkey business there.
So, in fact, according to her, he will not remember you.
So, on the Nightmare on Elm Street dream realm, she's having issues.
She's mad about him from a dream she had. That's what, and she woke up and not knowing the rule that nobody cares about your dreams. She goes, everybody will.
Right.
This qualifies as one of the 12,600 comments that deserves to be on this
That's like
video.
an O. Henry short story. It's like the gift of the magic.
It's like a short story from back in the day when only 4 people were literate and you just had to read whatever they wrote. So it's another Rhonda fever dream.
There's a lot of lonely people trying to tell their dreams. They came and nobody got to tell them to YouTube.
But not for those 10 minutes.
B. Sharon from 2 years ago. Those were the days when rockers tried their best to look feminine with earrings, long hair, and high-pitched voices.
Tried their best.
How do men make their hair grow so long and screech like woman? I never could understand this fad.
These are questions I have also. Actually, I feel this guy
Trying to look like
man.
women. I almost want to kiss these sexy bitches, but I'm a heterosexual man.
Wow.
Like, you can kiss them. That's fine.
This guy has gone beyond the point of having to pretend he's not gay to people he knows.
Hey, you know?
He now sporadically goes on the internet.
Stop trying to make me kiss you, Sebastian Bach.
If one did want to hump these boys, how might one not do that? Because I don't
Stop trying
want
to make me gay, Skid Row.
I'm a heterosexual male.
I want to have sex with Sebastian Bach, but I'm not gay, motherfucker.
This guy goes to his wife and goes, "You see that comment I posted last night on another video? Do you see what a gay guy posts things like that? I don't think so.
Yeah. How do they do it? How do they make me gay?
Matthew Hall from 2 years ago.
Tipper Gore's like, I knew it.
I knew they would do something.
Matthew Hall from 2 years ago. Thank God I have an old school dad who taught me all of this. And I'm like, that's the dad typed that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's like, look at this, son. Like,
Tired of these kids thinking I'm not with it.
Yeah.
Read this comment, boy. You say somebody cool. What was the profile name on that one?
Right.
Matthew Hall.
Matthew Hall.
Yeah.
He goes, that sounds like a name they won't be able to track down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matthew Hall said this.
Karen Crilly from 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she's loose. She's just out there.
A fresh idea.
She's
Go ahead.
comment number 12,000.
My hubby and I are hitting 29 beautiful years of marriage. I would love to make it to 40 years. I'd be so happy, but I'm not going to live that long. As a spirit, we can travel between dimensions. It's biblically written and scientifically proven. So win-win, whatever your beliefs. Like I said, it's biblically written, scientifically proven in Ezekiel, the Bible, the bronze polish that they talk about. Yeah, they can travel between dimensions when they're in spirit. Science is proven. Just talk to any doctor or nurse. They can tell you what they've seen and heard.
Bronze polish.
That's the craziest part. I was like, are they eating bronze polish?
What's in the Bible? There's nothing about bronze polish.
Well, it was the Bronze Age.
I've never read the Bible. There's no fucking way.
It was the Bronze Age. They probably had polish. I don't know.
I don't think they even knew the word polish.
She goes, they go, where does it say in the Bible? And she goes, no, Ezekiel. Like, just probably one nobody's ever read. Ezekiel says that. All right, just look for the bronze polish.
So what does she want to say? What does that have to do with Skid Row?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I think this is probably their marriage song or something, but they don't, she doesn't talk about it.
That was 2 weeks ago, so she doesn't have 11 years left in her.
Yeah.
But we'll see her in the other dimension.
Yes, absolutely. You can't miss her.
She's definitely not going to live another 12 years if she's drinking so much. She's talking about the Bible having bronze polish in it.
Huffing that bronze polish. She's like,
Mom, would you shut the fuck up about bronze polish in the Bible and just stop drinking fucking schnapps?
Stop eating the bronze polish.
Stop drinking schnapps.
it's in the Bible.
Well, where the bronze polish? Stop saying bronze polish. It's the most annoying thing to say. I don't even know what it means. I mean, just be drunk normal.
Maybe in this dimension you feel that way, but...
Don't get drunk. I can't even talk about dimensions. That's okay. That's a normal drunk thing to talk about. But bronze polish, no one knows what that is.
We said dementia. Dementia.
Dimensions. Jim from 5 months ago. I got a divorce. And now I'm looking for... One day it's going to be loyal and faithful. I'm looking for a Spanish woman or a Canadian woman.
Oh, yeah.
As long as they can be loyal and faithful, love me for what's in my heart, not my pocket. My wife is gone because she cheated on me, and that's why I got a divorce. And who is this?
There we go.
That's how it ends.
This guy thinks he has an online dating profile. I set one up.
This guy was writing the comment. Someone knocked on the door. He's like, "Oh, finally, she's here." It's like she's fucking Domino's.
This guy goes, "I'm waiting for someone to comment on my online dating profile."
Yeah, I mean, that is what this is. Yeah, they are absolutely waiting for someone to comment on this. And finally, Rosalind Earp from 10 months ago. To my FBI spiritual advisor, were you that black kid named Quentin? We played spin the bottle and went to the closet after school. You came over to my grandma's house and we were doing something outside in the yard. Weren't you going steady with Tanya? I'm not sure, but when I was about 15, I saw you in a car with another guy, and you drove by me and Shayna. I was walking with a friend down Riverside Drive. I hollered at you, and you guys turned around, but I was painfully shy and exited into the bakery parking lot in Woodinville. When I was 17, I was with Tammy, and we were picked up at Sid's Handy Mart by you and a friend of yours. You were in the passenger seat. You said you had a girlfriend. One time, on New Year's, after my husband kicked me into a wall, and Tammy and I walked to AM PM, you were in another car with a friend and asked us if we wanted to go smoke some weed. Another time, I was in Seattle, and you were a black man again, and we went into your place You said you were a student. You know what you did. You know what we did. One time in Seattle, you were yet another black man, and Todd just went into an inpatient treatment. You tried to get me to go with you to a hotel room, but I declined. I knew I was in love with Todd. Wouldn't want to jeopardize that. In Everett, you were Todd's boss, and you rented out that house when Brody and Bree were babies. I think that you and your ceiling partner were on Dwayne Alley Sider's work crew during foundation work. The other guy came over to my apartment once. I remember. It seems like you've always been close by. I'll be gone soon. I hope to see you both once again one day. Right now, I'm trapped in an FBI Twilight Zone nightmare, but soon, God will wake me. Maybe someday, someone will clear my name here, but it doesn't matter. I'm trapped in this prison, but God is going to set me free. No matter what the disguise, I remember you because you are way too gorgeous and sexy and sweet to forget. Just wanted to say I remember you and always will.
Wow. Callback at the end.
Callback, and also this is like the same problem with the Mandela effect of just like people don't know the difference between, you know, Sinbad and Shaquille O'Neal. This is just, this lady just keeps seeing random black guys and being like, it's the same. Look, he can float. He has a personality that floats between men. And you're like, I think this is, you're just seeing different people.
It's just like,
you were a black guy again. It's not something that people say. That's not something that doesn't that doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense, but there it is. Skid Row.
I saw you, and again,
yeah.
You're a black guy.
Man,
Wow.
Oh man, there's so many lonely people. That's all I think after this segment. I've been on the show enough times that like this is unbelievable to me. Like I'm so glad that, you know, we're all doing a podcast together because we got something to do. These people
We're out
are
of the
so
house.
lonely that they're writing essays about crazy nonsense.
You know, people will say, like, you say, where'd you hear that? And they go, on the internet, right?
Yeah.
It makes me think that people think that, like, they just go to a web page and they go, well, this is the internet. And they just don't know that's not an email, right? They just go, here's where you can type something.
Yeah,
and they think they're sending it to the person. It just is nuts. Like,
I picture them all in prison or, you know, in a just somewhere where there's, all alone. They're all alone. They came back from wherever they go. I don't know much about people.
Yeah.
they came back from wherever people go.
I really don't know where they go or where they, but I know that these people are definitely lonely as hell.
I don't know where they go, but I do know that when they go there, they're still, again, black.
I know.
Or white. Again. Every time Rivers comes, I'm like, again with the white.
One thing I like about you is you're always black.
Dependent in that way.
I love that.
You never change races on me.
I love that.
You were talking
Wherever
about
I see
Steadfast.
wherever I see you.
Yeah.
You're always black.
We're the true people.
Well, yes, and that is Skid Row's I Remember You.
I can't believe how little those comments had to do with Skid Row. Nothing. Sebastian Bach would be very mad.
Our jam of the week.